Hello and welcome to Shauna Stitches. This is episode 5 of Vlogmas 2023. Today is December the 22nd and I cannot believe it is almost Christmas. I should have been going to work today, but as you can tell from my voice, I am still sicker. About midnight I called in. I was like, there's no way. And actually I'll be going to urgent care this morning. I don't feel that bad. I'm just concerned about the fact that it's going into the holiday weekend, and if I need to see someone, I may not be able to. Ollie's joining us today. He's very protective of mommy. He's like, he can tell I don't feel good. Yeah. It looks like he's about to fall asleep. Anyway, let's open some advents. First one is the advent that I made for myself. Ollie's intrigued. What is it, Ollie? It is blue and pink. Maybe some gray. Now that we're on the bottom row, I can't get these in while it's sitting on the floor. Alright, and the advent that was gifted to me. What is it? Be sure that each one is for him. He's sadly disappointed. Oh, I like this one. It's a sort of natural base with orange and pink and green, like aqua green. Super pretty. And the progress keeper is a little peacock. And the yarn is spun right round, which I've never used. It's an 80/20 and it's called Circus Town. I really like that color. I would use that for a big project for sure. Very pretty. And I also got a chamomile tea. Again, it's going to come in handy for sure. And Suburban Stitcher, day 22. There is our color. Sort of a brighter pink. Lots of speckles. I see the orange right there. This one doesn't have as much orange as the last one did. So that'll be going right here. Very similar. Not much difference at all from yesterday, just less speckles. And I'm not going to forget our Firefly Notes calendar today. Oh, I like this one. It's a magic wand. I need a magic wand for some things. The first one would be to feel better. And day 9 of the chapstick calendar. See what flavor? Oh, I had vanilla mint yesterday. It was okay. I didn't use it as much as like I would on a work day. Today is green apple. That's another one I've not heard of. You don't really think of green apple being a chapstick flavor. Let's see. Oh, got it. I think I got it. Yeah. My nose isn't working as good as normal, but it definitely smells like green apple. It almost has like that sour Jolly Rancher. Interesting. You're not going to eat it. He wants to eat it. All right, so that is all of our advents. And let me just show you what progress I made yesterday. First, knitting. I got the 21st stripe in there, more yellow. And that is literally all the knitting I did yesterday because I got completely sidetracked. Again, my fancy Nike box here. Yesterday was like all EPP. So I finished sewing on the one that I was working on. I sewed on a second one, and I started sewing on a third one. So it's getting bigger. Not big, but bigger. And what took up most of my time, this is going to be so hard to show, but I really can't take them out. Do you see that whole row right there? I basted and cut hexagons 165 yesterday. Let me just grab some of them. So yeah, 165 of these. I had to cut a bunch of the shapes and baste them, and 165 will keep me busy for a long time because it's more than I currently have for what I'm already working on, and that doesn't even include all the ones that are attached. So not that it will be blanket size by then, but it definitely is growing. My landmark for this, like what's the center, or at least what I think of as the center, is this bird right here. I love this little bird. Isn't he the cutest? Anyway, so I fussy cut some, not in like super perfectionist ways, but I'll like cut around an object sometimes, and others I just don't bother. I did get two little charm, I think these are called charm packs, 2.5 inch squares, and the other one's already all wrapped up. It was different colors, and then this one are these cute little stars, and I did some of these already, but I have a few more left to do. So those are a fun way because those don't really take much trimming at all. And the rest of the ones I'm using, I'm just cutting out of these 12 by 12 squares that I have. So I'm going to do more knitting today, I think, although I would like to sew on maybe one or two of the little flower shapes today. I think that's it. I didn't work on Cozy Memories at all. I'm going to try and do that today. But first, I'm going to go and see if they can give me something to help this situation. I will talk to you all soon. Hello and good morning on this Merry Christmas Eve. That's 2 Eves, so it's December 23rd today. I'm still not feeling great. I managed to sleep in today, which was good. I did go to urgent care yesterday, and basically because I was worried about the holiday weekend and if something got worse, needing to go, not being able to go. So they confirmed what I thought. I'm just sick. I just have a virus. Fun fact though, now anytime I get a virus, because I've noticed this before, I break out in a rash. That's fun. It's not itchy, it doesn't hurt, it's just you visually see it and you're like, oh, that looks bad, but it's fine apparently. So yeah, they recommended a few medications to help, and I'm hoping that it's helping me get through the symptoms at least. But on a happier note, let's open some advents. Like I said, December 23rd. This one's almost done. I only have through tomorrow. Actually, most of them probably only have through tomorrow. And here is our little Easter egg of yarn. Greens and purples, maybe white or gray in the background. And the package that was sent to me. I don't know if I'm going to do it or not. I'm debating. I should and I shouldn't. But I should be doing Peloton rides today and tomorrow. Again, even though I tried to start earlier in the week, we've come down to the last 2 days of the week, and I have a 45-minute ride and an hour-long ride. And I don't know. I don't really feel like doing that. I may not do it. Here is my beautiful yarn, purple and white. The progress keeper is a cute little heart that says made with love. And the yarn is Black Sheep Yarn Company. It's a 75/25 and the color is Tea Party. Very pretty. And there was an extra, a little bit of some pink washi tape, which is perfect. And Suburban Stitcher, day 23. Oh, very pretty. Look at those dark, dark sections. Very dark pink speckles. And orange. Found it. So that will be here. So I thought we were going to end on the lighter note again, like where we started, but that clearly isn't the case. So I think we do have 2 more days of this one left, so we'll see what happens. Firefly notes, I didn't forget. And this one goes all the way to day 25 as well. So we have a couple more days. Oh, I love this one. This is the best one so far. It's a cupcake and it says fairy cakes. I don't know any lore around cupcakes being associated with fairies, but if they are, it just makes me like fairies even more. Maybe I am a fairy. Alright, and day 10 of the chapstick advent. Green apple's okay, I didn't mind it. Not a normal chapstick flavor. But today we do have a very normal chapstick flavor. It's classic strawberry. Oh, I got this one open easy too. My nose isn't working as well today. I can smell it. It definitely smells like strawberry, and it's the classic reddish pink color. Those are the advents. Let me show you knitting. The 22nd stripe is done on both. A goldish color. Very pretty. I'm thinking about if I stop these after the 24 stripes, which, oh, does that mean today? No. Tomorrow will be the last stripe. Anyway, if I stop this after the 24th stripe, that will leave me a whole color repeat left. And I'm thinking about what socks I could make with the leftovers. And for some reason, the pressed flowers socks keep coming to mind. It's a pattern I already own. And if I remember, I'll put up a little picture. But it's a mosaic colorwork pattern, much like the shawl, the cardigan, the pullover. I just love the pattern, and they have a pair of socks, which I've not made, and I just think that would be really pretty, but I'm also thinking I don't want to cast on something new, but it may happen anyway. And I finished a bunch of squares in my Cozy Memories blanket. If you'll remember, I had this pink square cast on but not finished, so I finished that one. I did this one, and that one, and this is the Desert Vista Dyeworks in Eau Clark, and I started another one, so I'm trying to remember. Was this one? I think this one was number 23, so that means I'm on 24, I think. My numbers might be off. By the time I finish this row, I will be on 29, so getting close. And then that will make it squared off, and I will have a total of 169 squares in here. So making a lot of progress, but that being said, this bag is still quite full of little minis. And now I'll be adding these two in there as well. So yeah, no, not a chance. I will have this caught up by Christmas, and that's okay, because I think I'm going to keep on working on it even after Christmas. So I would like to get all those minis into my blanket. I did work on one other thing. You know what this means. I worked on my EPP, and always have to find the bird. So I added on, this is where you saw me. I just started adding on this one at the beginning, I guess, which was last video, but I've come around here, and this is the last little flower that I added on. So now I only have 2 more finished flowers to get added on, and when I started I had several, so I may get those added on today, and then I will get the joy of taking all of those hexagons that I just recently prepped and turning those into flowers and eventually adding them on. I did notice though, I pushed the needle through with my middle finger, and I can only do that for so long before it starts to get painful, so I did order a thimble. Actually, if I remember, I ordered 2 different types, and I had to get the one that Kate from the Last Homely House recommends. It's the clover thimble, and I even ordered the same size, hoping that our fingers might be similar. I don't know, but I ordered the medium, and it's silicone with a little metal tip, and she says she forgets she's wearing it, so I'm thinking if I can forget I'm wearing this thing, that might be nice. But she's also probably used to wearing it, so anyway, it's approximately chest size now. It's growing slowly but surely, and I just really love this project. It's very, it feels kind of quick actually, like the time it takes to stitch across just an inch of one of the hexagons is very quick, and I think my stitching has gotten better. You can still kind of see it, but if you look around that bird, my center point, the first one I stitched, you can see some of the stitches there, and this being the last flower that I joined on, yes, you can see some of them. I think that's inevitable, but I think it looks better. I use this champagne colored thread for everything. Like some people will try and match to the color that they're stitching. I can't be bothered with that, so everything gets the same color, and I think it works well. So yes, really, really enjoying this. I just love looking at all the little shapes in there, and even though, you know, some of them are going to repeat, like you have the 2 pineapples right there that look pretty similar, I just think it's fun. This would definitely be a fun blanket for a kid to, you know, search for whatever on there. Anyway, it also could be fun for me to search for things too, so nothing wrong with being a big kid, I don't think. Alright, on that note, I'm going to go take my medicine, give the dogs their medicine, make some coffee, and sit down and knit on my socks. I will talk to you all soon. Hello and Merry Christmas Eve. That means it's December 24th. And I have a story for you all. Yesterday I was all set to have a pajama day, and I left you and I last said that I was going to let the dogs out, I was going to take my medicine, give them their medicine, and I went to go do that. And as I went into the garage, which is where the dogs sleep when we aren't out with them, I noticed that our furnace was making a unusual noise. And I just thought, okay, well, you know, I'm not out in the garage a lot. Maybe it's just starting up. It's fine. So I let the dogs out, and I went back in to check the furnace, and it was still making this terrible noise. And I have a gas furnace. So I didn't know what to do. It wasn't right. Something was very wrong. So I woke up my husband, who had only been asleep for a couple hours, and I'm like, something's wrong with the furnace. So he got up, started looking at it, and realized that on a Saturday of Christmas weekend, it was not working properly. And I was really worried. It was 36 degrees outside, which I think Celsius is somewhere around 3 degrees. It was cold, 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 cold. And was worried about pipes freezing and what are we going to do, and even calling the company. There was little to no chance they would come out on short notice, and if they did, it was literally going to cost an arm and a leg. And then I started worrying we were going to have to replace the entire furnace, which I know isn't cheap. So anyway, started YouTubing things as you do, looking at Google things, and tried to figure it out. Well, I realized something I hadn't thought about in a long time was that I had never changed the filter on this thing. And I've been living here for about 9 years. I bought the house new. And it becomes so obvious when, my parents never owned their house. We never had a gas furnace. And I have never had to deal with these things. So I couldn't even find where the filter was, which is why I never replaced it before, because I knew there was such a thing as a furnace filter. And I had looked for it before, but I couldn't find it. So finally found it, pulled it out. And yeah, it was dirty, but not like you would expect for 9 years, at least in my head. And went to Home Depot, which luckily is not far away, got a new filter, put it in, and was just hopeful that that would fix the problem, but wasn't sure. Fired it up, started working. Thank the Lord. Now I have it set in my phone to replace the darn filter every year. So hopefully that will not be a problem again. And we have heat. Thank goodness. It's a pre-Christmas miracle. All right, story time's over. Let's open some Advents. So on this Advent, day 24 is the big one. It's the last one. If I remember right, I put more than one thing of yarn in here. That's my memory anyway. Oh, yep, for sure. There's 2 in here. I can't get the second one out. All right, there we go. So there's the first one, blues and greens. And the second one, pink and green. I think I definitely saved this one for last because those are my favorite colors together. I love pink and green together, so very pretty. So this Advent calendar can be packed away for next year. I just love this thing. No idea if I'll be able to find a link, but I got it off of Amazon many years ago. And let's open the Advent that was gifted to me. I can't believe it's Christmas Eve already. And as I'm sitting here talking to you, the heat just kicked on and all I can think is, thank God. Also, I still have a cold. This is day 5. I'm over it. Here's the yarn. Pinks. I'd say all pinks, just different shades. Because I was going to say pink and white, but I think it is all actually even light pink. Oh, I love the Progress Keeper. Look at that little rose. That is so cute. I love that. And the yarn is Knit Pick Stroll in 7525, and it's called Seashell Tonal. So yes, I think I was right. All pinks. And Suburban Stitcher, day 24. There it is. I see my orange. So, yesterday we mostly just had like the dark pink speckles, and this one has pink and the orange. So, there it is. One more to go on that. I can't imagine it's going much further from there. And, oh, I forgot to show this. This came in my Advent that was gifted to me. Wild raspberry and hibiscus. Sounds delicious. Okay. Firefly Notes. Almost done with this one. Day 24. And it's a dragonfly. I just love dragonflies. There's a stitch marker. I have another story, dragonfly related. So when we were growing up, we didn't go to a daycare very often because my dad was disabled and stayed at home. But every now and then we'd have to go. And I remember this one time we were there and I was on the swing set, which was and probably still is one of my favorite things. Not that I do it frequently anymore, but it's still fun. And I'm swinging away and I'm like reaching the top and just back and forth. And on a forward swing, my foot hits this gigantic dragonfly, which, you know, looking at an insect is one thing, touching it is another. Even with your foot, it just freaked me out. And I think it, you know, it must have been summertime and I probably had sandals on, so, oh, excuse me. I did not like that. Anyway, there's a dragonfly story. And chapstick, day 11. Ooh. Milk chocolate. I feel like fake scents of chocolate are either really good or really bad. So let's see. Yeah, I think it's kind of on the bad side. It's not my favorite flavor or like scent. It kind of, because like if you've ever had a chocolate candle or something like that, it just has a weird smell. Maybe I don't often smell candy bars. Maybe that's exactly what they smell like. But to me, it doesn't smell, it doesn't quite capture the smell. I guess next time I eat some chocolate, I need to smell it and see. All right. Well, today I'm really hoping to go sit down and actually get some knitting done. I did do some knitting yesterday, but not a ton. And that being said, I finished the first sock. So I did stripe 23 and 24 yesterday, plus the cuff. I did an extra long 25 round cuff. Let's see, do I have a sock blocker here? I think this should fit. Maybe. So I did extra 5 rounds just to make the sock a bit longer because the leg ended up being 55 rounds and I usually do a 70 round, so it's a bit shorter than my normal, but for using just the 24 stripes, it's still a pretty long leg, you know, comparatively. My normal sock would probably go about up to there, so another inch or so, but not bad. And it fits great. The Sockmatician toe-up sock is definitely my favorite toe-up, and I really enjoy doing this heel flap. So I need to weave in the ends, and if memory serves, I have like 2 rounds and a bind off to go on this one. So I'm going to have some beautiful new socks to wear on Christmas morning. I'm very excited about that. And yes, now I think I mentioned yesterday what to do with the leftovers. And I was so good because I came so close, even though I haven't finished these, came so close to casting on the pressed flower socks. I have 1 whole repeat left. Well, actually 2 whole repeats left. But I think I can get a pair of pressed flower socks out of just 1 repeat. This is about 30 grams. So I have about 60 grams left. But then I kind of want to do a pair for Glenn, not pressed flowers, but something else. And I was thinking back to my Curio socks that I made. That's a pattern by Andrea Mowry. They're toe up, so you can use every last bit. And for those, I made literal knee highs, like all the way to my knee, using the 24 stripes. So I'm thinking the 12 stripes, especially Glenn doesn't like tall socks. So 12 stripes should get a pretty decent, you know, mid-ankle length, you know, like above the ankle, I think, with just 1. So 12 stripes each. I think in my head it works. I don't know if it works in reality. So I don't know. I haven't cast anything on. I may or may not. Depends on my mood. But you know, as everyone says, the Christmas Eve cast on. It is Christmas Eve. I mean, that means I have to do it, right? Rules that don't make sense. Anyway, so I will go take my medicine, let the dogs out, give them their medicine, and hope for no furnace issues today. And I will talk to you all soon. Hope you're having a lovely weekend off, and if that means Christmas celebrations, I hope those are wonderful as well. Merry Christmas and happy December 25th. I'm drinking in coffee out of my llama alpaca, I don't know, mug. Very Christmassy, even though I use it all the time. I'm trying to wake up. It's late, 9 a.m. I guess only as an adult can you get up around 9 a.m. On Christmas. An adult without children. Let me rephrase that. Anyway, you see that I am not in my normal pajamas and I'm not dressed for the day. I'm in workout gear, and that's because I am going to challenge myself to something this morning that I have never done before. What a better day than to, I guess, gift myself the gift of activity, I guess. I'm trying to look at it differently. I'm not normally that person, but I'm going to attempt to do a 2-hour Peloton ride. 2 hours. You've heard me talk about power zones before. It's just zone 2 and zone 3, so it's nothing crazy, but I have never done 2 hours. I've done 90 minutes, and that was a long time ago. So, wish me luck. I was just gonna edit and post this after I did my little Advent opening, but I think I'll check in with you after that and make sure that I'm still alive. Anyhow, we don't have our wooden Advent that I made this year, but I do have this really big package that I got in the Advent that was gifted to me, so I'm very excited to see what's in here. It's very squishy. I hope you all are having a wonderful day, whatever you're doing. Glenn is sleeping because he works nights, and we'll be having Christmas dinner later tonight. So I'm very excited about this. Look at this. Oh, I love it. I did not do a Christmas Eve cast on last night. Oh my gosh, this is the best. As you guys know, I love rainbows. I just do. They make me so happy. Anyways, I didn't do a Christmas Eve cast on, but now I really want to cast this on. I was very good. Yes, before I get to that, Day 25 of Suburban Stitcher. Oh, I forgot to say, it came with an extra too. I have this cute little bag with doggies all over it. That will make a great little project bag. So, thank you so much to who sent this to me. You know who you are, and I loved every single thing. It was the best. Thank you so much. Now, Suburban Stitcher. There we go. There's day 25. Kind of a almost lavendery pink. Some pink speckles right there. Looking for my orange. Do we see it? I'm not sure that I do see orange today. Oh, yep, found it. It was under the label. So anyway, that's where our fade ends, right there. It's a very interesting fade, don't you think? Light to dark to medium to light to medium. I don't know. It's an interesting fade. So those are all of the yarny type advents, and of course I have the final day of Firefly Notes. I really wonder what this might be. Oh, it's cute, I guess. So it's a little fairy, and it says your 2023 Firefly Notes Advent Calendar is complete. So yeah, and it is a stitch marker on gold. And the last scent of chapstick. I stick to what I said yesterday. Chocolate, not my favorite. There may be somebody out there who it is their favorite, but I did not care for it. I'll keep it, but oh jeez, oh no. I pushed it through. It's like inside the box. Well, good thing it's the last day because this thing needs to come out of here. Alright, you're coming out, buddy. Yeah, that would have been devastating if that would have been the first one that fell all the way through. Okay. There we go. Oh, what a perfect ender. Candy cane. That's the perfect Christmassy smell. Yep. So out of all of them, I mean, I didn't dislike the original. I just thought it was very boring. Like I said, boring. But if all of them, I only dislike one. That's not bad at all, out of 12. So yes, I will definitely, if they do this again, and I use most of them, I will definitely do that again next year. Let me show you my knitting that I did yesterday. I got a lot done. I was doing some knitting and some reading, which I really enjoy. Nothing Christmassy at all. But both socks are done. And the ends are woven in. I know I showed you one on the sock blocker, but I'll show you both on the sock blocker today. I still haven't gotten a nice picture for Instagram, so I should probably do that anyway. Do you guys have any Christmas traditions in your family? Like, what are your big traditions? We have 0. We'll be having ham tonight and some, what do you call it? Sweet potato casserole? Is that what it's called when it has the marshmallows and brown sugar and butter on it? We're going to have that. And we're going to have green bean casserole and stovetop stuffing because I love that stuffing. I've had homemade stuffing. I've made homemade stuffing, and I love it out of the box. I am that girl. There we go. They are done, and they match perfectly, and I love them. Like I said, I didn't cast on with the leftovers yet. I'm doing good to try and stay on track, and that's because, well, partly because I have, trying to figure out which way this goes here. I have so many minis still to put in this blanket. So I was able to finish the top row. So it's perfectly square again. So it is 13 by 13, which is 169 squares. And I added, up till today, I've added 29 squares. So I think I was working on this one right here, last you saw. So I added that purple, and that is Lauderie Macaroons by Vista Dyeworks, and that little mini, and that one, and that one. So yeah, so the next place I will start is right down here at the bottom. So, oh no, my ring got snagged on it. Oh, I think it's fine. Anyway, it's almost like, let's see, not that you'll be able to see, but yeah, it fits over my lap. I'm sitting crisscross, legs crisscross, and covers my lap nicely, so that's great. But yeah, look at this. That's what I have left. So for sure, that will not be getting done today. And I think that's my goal. Like, I don't have anything major I need to be working on at all. So I think I'm just going to keep working away on these squares throughout the rest of the month. And January 1st-ish, I'll be casting on the first pair of Vista Dyeworks socks for the year. I think I know what I'm going to cast on, but I haven't quite decided. I'm leaning towards a Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtle color that I have that I got specifically to knit Glenn a pair of socks, and I have not. I'm wondering, I don't think I've even knit him a single pair of socks this year. It's been so crazy. Anyway, I think that's probably talk for a wrap up and New Year's plans video, which I do hope to do soon. Not today though. So I'm going to finish this cup of coffee, give myself a little bit of motivation, shall we say. And yeah, I'm still sick, so I'm hoping that doesn't really greatly impact this thing on the bike, but I do know if I need to quit, I will quit. So wish me luck, and I will check in when I'm done with that with you. You guys, I did it. 120 minutes on the bike. And actually, I won't say it was easy, but I went in with the mindset that it was going to take forever. So by the time I was done with 2 hours, like, I felt good. So that's done. That's my Christmas reminder to myself that I can do hard things, even if I am physically not where I want to be. Very frustrating. Anyway, I'm very proud of myself for that, and it's a good reminder. I did take a photo of my Cozy Memories blanket as it's all squared off now, so I'll put that in here. And as I told you I would, I did weigh it. It was 588 grams. I can't remember exactly what I was at before, 400 and something. And so I added 97 grams to the blanket in the month of December so far, because I am not done yet. I noticed that the blanket is very wonky. My gauge must be different, or the yarns are different. For sure the needles are different because I switched to signatures. And first of all, it's not blocked. Secondly, it's a blanket, so if it is super wonky, it won't matter. It will still keep me warm. So anyway, I will put that photo in and you can see what it's looking like at this moment. I was able to photograph my socks, but before I put those on, I'm going to go take a shower. Actually, I think my husband's up, so we're probably going to open gifts. And that's it. This is the end of Vlogmas. Thank you so much for everyone who took the time to watch. If you watched one or all or bits and pieces of all of them, I appreciate you all, and I hope that you're having a wonderful day and it's bringing you joy whatever you're doing. I will talk to you all soon. Bye and Merry Christmas.